Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining me. My name is R. Lee Ingalls, and this is a podcast that's kind of for both camps, both the family and my own. I'll make some adjustments so that information that's relevant to one and not the other doesn't show up in both. But one thing I wanted to, before I get started, let me say this. Typically, when I do a podcast, it is off the cuff. So I'll make some mental notes of what I want to talk about, how I want to talk about it, what order in general, but when I actually do the podcast, I'm doing it, like I say, off the cuff. I'm not reading anything unless there's a name or specific event details that I need to make sure I get correct. I will read those. So the reason I'm explaining that now is because this is October 1st, 2023. October is a big month for our family and generally, and I want to share some of those events in one video, but I'll talk more about them on the day of those actual events. So this is kind of an overview of what to expect or look for in the month of October. So that being said, first of all, I guess shameless plug, I'm not sure. Want to point out my two books, R. Lee Ingalls. My first book was Ingalls on the Prairie, and it's a story of my parents, Jean and Fern Ingalls. This captures a fourth generation of the Ingalls family living the American life. My second book, The Prairie Has a Rainbow, is my story. And this one captures a fifth generation of the Ingalls family. Again, my story of my life living the American experience. So both these books are available on Amazon and other sources. If you want a signed copy, you can reach out to me directly on any number or any one of my social media pages. I will see it and I will get you a signed copy. We'll make sure that that happens. So my two books, back to October. So you're going to see me glancing down at my tablet to make sure I capture those dates just right and I capture all of them. So again, October, big month for us. The starting of the month is actually October 3rd, where this year we will celebrate the 101st wedding anniversary of my grandparents, Monty and Marie Ingalls. So more of that on October 3rd, but know that's the first date that we're going to celebrate. I also believe that is the anniversary date to my niece, Faith, and her husband, John. It's either, theirs is on the 3rd or the 4th, I can't remember which one, but I believe it is the 3rd. The next date to celebrate is October 10th. That is the birthday of my mother's brother, Uncle Giles. He was born in 1930, so right after the beginning of the Great Depression, and the four of the kids were raised during the Depression years. So that's the date that he was born. Sadly, the October 10th is a sad day for our family as well, because 2 years later, 1932, October 10th, 1932, my grandmother, Clara, decided to take her own life. And I'll talk more about that, but depression runs in our family, and that's where it comes from. And sadly, she decided the world would be better without her. And adding to that sadness, she took her life on her son's 2-year birthday. So very, very sad date for our family. The next date then is October 18th. Again, a sad day for our family. Last year, October 18th, we lost one of my sisters, Sherry. I'll talk more about her on that date, but 2022 is a difficult year for our family in that we lost Sherry on October 18th. We also lost one of my brothers in June of the same year, so it was difficult. Okay, and then moving forward into the month, October 22nd, that's my birthday. That's the day that I was born, that I arrived in the world. So more to come on that. But that was October 22nd. Followed shortly thereafter, I have a brother who's a year and 3 days younger than I am, Brother Brad. He was born on October 25th. So growing up, we spent a lot of time celebrating our birthdays together, but Mom, because my dad was a twin, so they celebrated his birthdays together every single year of his life. Mom didn't want to do that for Brad and I, even though our birthdays were very, very close. She wanted to make sure that we had a day to ourselves. And then that kind of closes out the month with a couple of exceptions. We do have a couple more family remembrances. Almanzo Wilder, Laura's husband, passed away on October 23rd. It says, I'm going to have to check that, make sure that that's correct. And then Rose Wilder, her daughter, passed away on October 30th. And that does conclude the month. But as you can see, October is a big month for family. There are other events that I'll talk about as well throughout the course of the month. But yeah, so I just wanted to give a little teaser of what's yet to come. You can reach out to me on any of my social media. You can find me on YouTube. All of the videos are listed there on YouTube. You can watch all of them in whatever order you want to. You can also find me on Facebook, Arlie Ingalls. You can find me on Instagram. The family page is Ingalls on the Prairie, which is the title of my first book, all jammed together, lowercase, Ingalls on the Prairie. That's where you'll find details about our family. So I catalog our history there. I write more about them and post more photos, etc. on Instagram. So that's where you find that. The site for me personally, more in my information, a little bit more socially forward. You'll find me on Instagram, same thing, all lowercase, no spaces. The Prairie Has a Rainbow. So you'll find more details about me, what's going on in my life. There'll be a lot of family stuff there because family is very important. But I also have a large group of friends, and you'll hear details about them as well. All of them special people, all of them great memories to share. So that's how you find me. If you want a signed copy of either book, let me know. You can copy me on any of those websites, and I'll make sure that we work out the arrangements to get it to you. Thank you for joining me today.